Give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. I gotta back up from this driveway here. Salam alaikum, alaikum salam, and sami lo hakutari. Pray that that power that be blesses you guys. With whatever power you pray to, God, Elohim, Yahweh, Yahuwah, Jesus, anyone, whichever one you guys believe, if that's their name, that's who you should call them by, then that's what you do. I'm just here to speak a little bit about this morning because I got a couple of I got this question asked through email, and I'm a little bit still under the weather, guys, still sick, but still making the donuts. I couldn't go into work yesterday because I didn't feel too great. I took some medicine, drank some ginger tea all day yesterday, so I'm feeling a little bit better, which gives me the opportunity to work today at least for a couple of hours and come out real quick and speak about a question that was asked to me. The question was, what should I do if I find witchcraft in front of my house, on my door, on my porch, on my steps? And this situation here, people go by it different ways. You know, depending how spiritually developed the person is, what does the practitioner, if they are a practitioner of an Afro-Cuban based religion or tradition, we don't know. So I'm just gonna say, you know, if you have some type of protection or something, then a lot of people would just go ahead and grab it with their left hand and discard it. Understand? Because to them, you know, they feel that they have enough protection that witchcraft that whoever did to them or through that there is not going to do anything to them. It's not going to ripple that hard, or maybe not at all. I was taught, and I'm only going to give you what I was taught. I can't validate. This is not the first time I have heard what I was taught, but what I was taught that if there's some type of witchcraft in front of my door, the best thing to do was to not touch it at all. If it was possible, I was taught that you would throw alcohol on it, if you have alcohol, or a little bit of kerosene, or a little bit of diesel, and maybe if you have gasoline, but a little bit, because gasoline is more flammable. It lights up real quick due to the gas and methanol content that it has, the mixture. And you will burn it. Then after that was burned into ashes, then you will get a dustpan there where you would use for outdoors, not the indoor dustpan, not the one for the house, but the outdoor dustpan. That one is the one you will use, and you will throw it in the trash or dispose of it outdoors, not bring the trash in. That's what I was taught, you know. I know a lot of people just grab them and just throw them away and discard them and probably say a prayer or something, just discard them, and that's fine if it doesn't do anything to them. And if they're strong enough, that's great. I take it a little bit more like on the precaution side. You know, if I was to see something like that, depending on what I see is how I will react and take care of the issue. You know, if I see something that's mediocre, well, I'm not gonna really worry about it, you know. But if I see something that has some elaboration to it, and I could see that whoever did that has some type of knowledge, you know, you could tell just by the elaboration. Not, you could tell, believe me. Then that's when you really have to watch out, and not only discard it in a proper fashion, but also check to see what you have to do to combat or to repel or to do whatever you have to do to take that witchcraft off of you. And I'm saying witchcraft because this is how we understand. We say bilongo, whether good or for bad, bilongo, depending what medicine you use, either more powerful or less, or for what reason, for more positive or more towards that other negative polarity side. It's just stronger, and made for a different reason and a different purpose. But anyway, yeah, like the old heads that I spoke to a while back, some of them would tell me that they would just pick it up with an outdoor. Well, they used to make these out of these tin cookie containers. Back in the day, they used to make dustpans out of them because they last longer, and also people were poor. You understand? So they used to sell these square boxes of these cookies. They used to taste real good, and it had a round lid on it that pops in, metal also. So they used to cut them in an angle and fold the ends in and fold the front, and then they would put a stick and nail it on there or bracket it on there, and that's how they would make an outdoor dustpan. And it would last for ages. The only thing that would break in that dustpan probably was the stick, because it was outside, it would get rain and all that, so it'll rot. But that dustpan used to last for ages, and it was one of the best because it held a lot of trash in it because it was a pretty big can, remember. So I was told that, they would dust it in there, and sometimes in that, since it was metal, they would light that on fire right on that dustpan. Or if they could pick it up from there into the dustpan and go to where there's dirt, they would throw it on the dirt and spray kerosene or diesel or alcohol, regular rubbing alcohol, and they will light it up on fire and let it to get go to its crisp. And they will do away with that, and then they will also check to see if they got if it hurt them, if it did something to them in their in their life and their every day, because you don't know how strong and what was the purpose of that type of medicine. Back in the days, when in Puerto Rico, when it rained and the sun was out, they used to say the witches are getting married because the sun would be bright sun, and it would then it would be pouring raining, but with a bright sun. And also, back in the days when I was a kid, sometimes you will find human feces on top of your doorsteps. Like if somebody just, used the bathroom right there. And when they did that, it was a human being. When they did that, it was like a type of witchcraft that they were doing to you. So they will use their feces and do certain works and leave it in front of your doorsteps, or in front of your door. They wouldn't put it in a bag. No, right there and there they would do it, because they would come late at night to do things like that. So, when you would see something like that, they would light it up on fire to try to get rid of it. I'm not saying this is the only way you get rid of things like this that are thrown in front of you, because the majority of the times, once you come across it, or once you pass it, that already hit you. You're already going to start seeing, or if you don't see it, the process already has started of that witchcraft to be upon you. Doesn't matter if you get rid of it. Understand? If it's done right and correctly, you're already in that vicinity, you're already close to it, so it's already sent out to you, it's already serving its purpose, whether you feel it at the moment or not. But as a human being, you're not gonna leave a pot of crap in front of your door or anything that looks like witchcraft in front of your door, you know, because you don't want nobody else to see or one of your kids to catch something. So, you know, you gotta speak to the elders and speak to your tatas or your madrinas and find out what can I do, you know, if I find something like that, and let them explain to you the procedures and the things that you should do according to their knowledge and their understanding. I'm only telling you what I have heard and what I was taught, and these are things that I was taught as a kid, you know, to do this like that. Even before I was looking in anything into getting into Palo or whatever. There's just things that happen every day, you know, like in Puerto Rico when it rained. A lot of my grandma used to cover the dresser mirror because she said that was a portal. When it rained, the dresser mirror worked like a portal, you know, so they used to cover the mirrors when it rains on the dressers also. But guys, have a great day. Have a great Friday. Peace be unto you. Just giving you a little bit today. I don't feel too good, but I'm trying. Salam alaikum, alaikum salam. Ken sami los hakutare.